Let's go! Do you have absolute certainty on how you go from hello to yes on what you're looking for?
Sean is a master. He teaches. It's not just about sharing the formula with you. It's about making sure that we learn.
I went from $100,000 in debt from law school to having no money and starting my own law firm on my credit card to selling it 4 years later.
Sean and I, we co-created massive victories in 2 unwinnable jury trials, which are recognized nationally now as top 100 jury verdicts.
To be even on the same track with you, who I respect and admire and love with all my heart.
Never again submit. You're not better and you're not less than any human on earth.
When you shared with us about the unblinded process and the mastery sales training, I just went, wow.
Sean will gain proximity to the most influential and powerful people. He will find out how he can grow their business, how he can help them personally. But the third thing that he does is the most important. Sean serves without an expectation of getting anything in return.
You have very, very high performing colleagues.
22 years ago, you transformed my life as you did all these people's lives over the course of time. I couldn't be more grateful. Let's hear it for Tony Robbins.
I don't see him as a lawyer, and I don't see them as a blind person. Someone who has subjugated his ego, who has taught me what serving really looks like.
You have this incredible ability to just have unconditional love for everyone, and that is just an incredible gift.
The moment you have been waiting for.
The American Blind Association is the first new face and voice of that association since Helen Keller.
Formula for formulas, which is exactly what I've learned from Sean. It's a language-based predictable model. We will have over 300 new sales meetings this month.
This superpower in the world that is attainable for you is the ability to influence people. If you believe that, say yes. If you believe that, say yes. Do you think that worked? Well, Rita, I am sure that worked. It's Fun Friday. It's a little reverb, a Heart of Influence. We're exploring the superpower of integrous influence. And Bella, let's give a warm welcome to these heart-centered, growth-minded folks that Dave Thomas has brought here. Please.
Yes, these warm-hearted, centered, all the things that you just said, revolutionizing business solutions, Heart of Influence, Sean, that Dave Thomas has put together today. And kicking us off from San Diego, California, owner, partner of a virtual assistant agency handling all aspects of non-billable for business to focus on money-making growing areas, originally bringing it to the construction company he had, building out the platform, multiplied the value of the revenue by almost 10x in 6 months, giving every client the best option for every specific task and ask, disrupting the $1.8 billion VA industry. Let's welcome to the show, Craig Nolan.
Thank
Dave
you.
Thomas, Heart of Influence, and Greg Plato, the Greek philosopher, he's a friend of Dave's, by the way, said, play a game with me for an hour and we will learn more about each other than if we speak for a year. So Greg, we kick this game off.
And it's Craig, Sean.
I'm sorry, Craig. Kick this game off for fun. Thank you, Bella. Could be a heart-centered moment, could be an adventurous moment, surprising, silly moment, anything that's a headline, not a story, headline, not a story. Did I say story or headline? Headline. Craig.
Yeah, Craig is ready to make me look good, Sean, because we went over this in the green room. And I said it all lays on him of whether I actually gave good instructions or not. So we're about to see.
Because influence, it's amazing. We've done 1,200 shows. If the first person starts telling a story and their fun fact, everybody tells a story, and the show never could possibly be on time, and it goes over by like 20 minutes. It's extraordinary. 1,200 episodes in, patterns exist. Craig, please, what is your headline fun fact?
All right, I'm a passionate traveler who has traveled to over 16 different countries and lived in 3 different ones, including South Africa.
Dude, holy cow. Great white sharks and lions in your backyard, that kind of thing?
Mm-hmm. Yep, Safari Central.
Craig, let's go sea and land safari, Bella Rita for Craig. Where are we going?
Next up, from Concord, North Carolina. Integrity is his core value in sales for 25 plus years, has never compromised for any reason. A sales strategist, building relationships, highlighting authenticity of brand, and expanding marketing and sales for every client he works with, experience in telecom, advertising, and more, giving his guidance to hundreds of clients, solopreneurs to teams of 15, corporate clients, and everyone in between. Let's welcome Mr. Jason Integrity.
Jason, welcome to Dave Thomas's Heart of Influence on Fun Friday, and please, your fun fact.
Fun fact, after 4 years in the military, I became a DJ. After 10 years of DJing, I recognized that everything that I did up until then was all sales and relationship building.
Awesome. Well, thank you for your service to our nation, helping us be free in a capitalist world. Not a political statement, an authentic American thank you statement for everything you do. And welcome to Dave Thomas's Heart of Influence. Bella Rita, let's go.
All right, next up, coming from Knoxville, Tennessee, small business bookkeeper, 10 years working on her own small business, opening a firm to serve others at the beginning of the year, enjoying the admin side more than the ownership side, serving numerous industries under 50 employees around the country, a solopreneur relieving the stress of ownership and serving the trust and safety of what each owner is looking for on every individual basis. Let's welcome to the show, Shauna Reed.
Shauna, welcome to Dave Thomas's Heart of Influence, and happy Fun Friday. And Shauna, please, what is your fun fact?
My fun fact is I'm a homeschool mom, and I have had a manufactured children's clothing line business for the last 10 years.
Oh, that is super cool. And what do you believe is the favorite color of children to wear overall, besides pink and blue?
Well, my two like purple.
There you go. Purple, we got the purple party, purple clothes. Shauna, welcome. Bella, let's go.
Let's go. Next up from Felm, New Hampshire, accounting for business owners to understand their numbers, strengths, and weaknesses. Finds fun in numbers to create ultimate success, creating an optimal frame for the future legacies and exit strategies, 30 plus years in the space, previously working for the IRS and other ventures, a QuickBooks certified advanced professional, top 100 pro advisor for the last 2 years, top niche pro advisor of the country. Let's welcome to the show, Kimberly May.
Kimberly, welcome to Dave Thomas's Heart of Influence, and happy Fun Friday to you, Kimberly. Please, your fun fact.
Fun fact. I started my company in my bedroom with one child in my belly and an 18-month-old running around, and we are talking dial-up modem. And here I am today.
Well, congratulations on surviving and thriving, and for being here today. You ready to go and have some fun today, Kimberly? It'll be a lot less stressful than having a child in the belly, an 18-month-old, I promise. Ready?
Excited.
Kimberly's excited, Bella. She's not only ready, but excited. Come on.
Let's go. Next up from Maplewood, New Jersey, co-founder of a new consulting company with 20 plus years as a telecom system tech and 8 years as a small business owner, helping business owners move from day-to-day operations to planning for long-term growth, sharing resources and or tools he wished he had as an entrepreneur, leveraging his corporate know-how, entrepreneurial grit, and lessons learned to help others succeed and thrive. Let's welcome to the show, Corey Wilson.
Corey, coming from Long Beach, in the great state of New Jersey, passing your Maplewood just a few short hours ago today. Welcome to Dave Thomas, Heart of Influence, and please, your fun fact.
Yeah, so my fun fact is in 2017, I had an interest for cryptocurrency. became involved within the community, and being involved, I became an influencer and created about 15 music songs that were centered around cryptocurrency. And up to date, I have 15 songs and collaborations with other artists in the space.
Very cool. Can I call you Captain Crypto for today?
That you can.
Let's go. Welcome to the party. Captain Crypto's in the house. Bella Rita, come on.
Captain Crypto is in the house. Next up from Portland, Oregon, accomplished software architect with 10 plus years designing, optimizing, implementing scalable cloud solutions with multiple industries, an expert in a wild range of AWS tech, proficient in all major programming language and software development processes, adding value to his clients by aligning tech solutions with business objectives and driving projects from concept to development. Let's welcome to the show, Brian Cusley.
Ryan, welcome on this fun Friday to Dave Thompson's Heart of Influence. Please, your fun fact.
Yeah, so this past winter, I skied over 50,000 vertical feet without riding a ski lift. And that involved hiking, bumming rides, and riding a bus.
Dude, that is super cool. And where did you do most of this?
Most of that on Mount Hood in near Portland, Oregon.
Washington. Oh, in Oregon, excuse me. And massive amounts of snow out there, correct?
Yeah, we had a good season.
Yeah. So some years get 600 inches of snow out there, Bella Rita. Come on. We got some skiers in the house, hiking and doing crazy stuff.
We got to add that to the list. That sounds super cool. Although I'm going to stick to the ski lifting, surfing, skiing myself. Thank you very much. Next up from Ellenwood, Georgia, Tier 1 Services as a 17-person firm functions outsource year-round CFOs and complete accounting departments for both nonprofit and mission-driven for-profit, typically in the $1 to $20 million range. Formerly a U.S. Navy cryptologist, technician, and IT consultant for mobile app and web development. Thank you for your service. Empowering veterans and business executives to achieve financial freedom through franchising. Let's welcome to the show, David Campbell.
David, welcome. Thank you for your service. Footnote, Bella's dad, Navy, oh my goodness. Veteran.
Navy,
oh my,
Navy veteran.
Three-time combat tour Navy veteran, actually. 2-time Vietnam, 1-time Desert Storm. Welcome, and please, your fun fact.
Oh, just unmute for us, David. And Jason's also a veteran as well, Sean. So
my fun fact is that I sang at the Collegiate Chorale at Carnegie Hall in the Collegiate Chorale with Bob Bass.
Whoa, we got Carnegie Hall singers, people protected in the world, magic happening all over the place, purple clothes for kids. This is like Willy Wonka meets Batman or something. Come on, Bella Rita, let's go.
That is extraordinary. The fact that you remember all of that is even more extraordinary. But let's go from Joplin, Missouri, state auditor for Washington State for 5 years and a city finance and admin service director for 2. Opened her own outsourced, fully virtual accounting business 3 months ago, building relationships with small business owners, educating them in getting financially fit, using her expertise and experience to particularly serve government contractors. Let's welcome to the show, Jonna Davis.
Bella, it's Jonna?
Jonna. She's actually in the Unblinded program.
Whoa, Jonna, welcome to the Unblinded world. Pleasure to have you here today. Welcome on Fun Friday. And John, is this your first Heart of Influence or no?
It is.
Cool. Welcome. And please, your fun fact.
I am a nana of almost 8. Next month will be 8. Whoa. And I am a casual Morpeg gamer.
Whoa. It's Warpeg?
Morpeg, massively role-playing games, online role-playing games. That's the easy way to put it.
Very cool. And what character do you think Bella Verita would be in a role-playing game? Like just like first answer from all your role-playing games, what's the name of the character that Bella would be that you've ever seen she is most like?
Oh goodness. I would not know. I would see her as a mage, as a healing mage.
A healing mage. Yeah, I was going with like Catwoman, but I'll go healing mage. So thank you for that. Bella Verita, let's go.
Now I want to know what character though Sean would be. You got to have a quick one for him too.
He is a paladin tank. That's
a paladin
tank. Like he is the leader.
I thought you said paladin pink. I was like, oh, I like that.
Nope, he is the leader and he is healing us and leading us on and everything all at the same time.
Oh, thank you. I receive with gratitude. I keep telling you that, Bella. Come on, listen to her.
You
Donna's
do
got
keep
it.
telling me that.
Donna's got it. Let's go.
Donna's got it. Next up, the man that brought us all here together today from Littleton, Colorado, serial entrepreneur, former Bell Lab engineer, has 3 software patents in a field where he had no previous work experience or education, currently bringing his technical expertise to help your business thrive in the AI-powered future that we all are speeding into. Let's welcome to his show, Mr. Dave Thomas.
Dave Thomas, 3, 1, 2, 3 patents, dude. Incredible. Dave, thanks for bringing everybody together here today. And welcome to your show, your fun fact, please. Dave Thomas, this is one wickedly, heart-centeredly, angelically smart and heart-centered dude. Please, Dave.
Well, I have actually floated in a flooded arroyo in a 1973 Volkswagen Super Beetle.
That is amazing. That sounds like something Bella would make me do. That
Definitely sounds like something I'd make you do for
yes,
sure.
that is amazing. And Dave, are you ready to get going with these heart-centered, growth-minded folks?
You betcha.
Let's go. Dave Thomas is ready. Dave, I'm going to introduce our co-host, this woman who put the heart into the heart of influence. There was no heart before the heart of Bella Rita coming here. It's called The Real Raw, now the Heart of Influence. This extraordinary woman began her career in influence as an 8-year-old on her parents' front lawn selling crafts. By the age of 19, she was a seven-figure business generator in the space of network marketing. That's not easy to do. 19 network marketing, 7 figures. Those words do not go together. 24, 25, and 26 years old, like Michael Jordan, but not in hoops raining threes, but instead dunking business brokerage in the state of Nevada. She was Nevada's #1 business broker, the whole state, as a 24-year-old woman. That's significant because there had never been a woman to do it before. She was the first one ever. And at 24 years old, she was the youngest person, male or female, ever to be Nevada's #1 business broker, let alone do it 3 straight times. From there, she begins to train entrepreneurs and Fortune 500 companies. And in 2019, every sales team, as a result of these trainings that she worked with, doubled their sales. She's a skier, surfer, scuba diver in the most extreme of conditions, also known as an adventurer, also philanthropist, raising more than $10 million with the Unblinded team, and 2 times, about to be 3, and then 4-time published author. And this heart-centered, inspirational, courageous, and amazing woman in 2023 publicly battled and defeated cancer. So let's welcome to her show, the one and only in more than 1,000 episodes, Bella Verita. Bella, welcome to Dave Thomas's show and your show. Please, Bella Verita, your fun fact.
I'm gonna have to go with the fact since skiing was mentioned. I did in fact learn to ski from a blind man, and I did break my own records last year. And I think Sean, you may remember better. I forget what I ended up getting to as my top speed as a new skier. When 2 years ago I might have been throwing fits and throwing ski in poles at Sean. Because I was not learning all that well, and now I'm an avid skier in the state of Colorado. Learned most of it on YouTube, but learned some from Sean too.
I think you got pushing up towards 40 miles per hour.
Is that what it was? I knew you would remember.
It was after 35, somewhere between 35 and 40 miles an hour, 36 and 40. So awesome job, Bella. And yes, you learned tons from YouTube, and I just maybe sprinkled a little salt on that. Yes. So where are we going? Please.
Well, let's introduce my co-host, the man that Tony Robbins said, there's no one who leads with more heart and more integrity than Sean Callagy. He beats world champions like Bet Key at body surfing competitions. He's only one of 2 attorneys to win 2 top 100 national jury verdicts between 2014 and 2016, and the only one that's blind out of 1.2 million attorneys. And in fact, the state of New Jersey thought he was so influential that they actually named him one of New Jersey's most influential attorneys. He has spoken on stages such as Disney, T-Mobile, Salesforce, Tony Robbins 18 times. And when he's not busy flying around, speaking on stages, he's an incredible philanthropist that raised nearly $10 million for refugees in Ukraine. Let's welcome my co-host, Mr. Sean Callagy.
Thank you. Dave Thomas, thank you. And everybody, warm welcome again. Appreciate your presence on this fun Friday. We're going to give some value, connect you guys up, and have a little bit of fun today. And my fun fact along those lines is, yes, I'm a blind man that has taught sighted people to ski, surf, and scuba dive. And just a few, maybe about 150 feet from where I'm sitting is the ocean in which a year ago I was surfing, coming on in, blind dude, and bang, I hit something. Oops, it was a shark, and the shark turned and bit my surfboard with me on it. Thankfully, not my foot, just the board. And that is my fun fact for today, Bella Verita.
Let's kick it off. Let's kick it off with Mr. Craig.
Yes. Craig, Bella's going to be anybody you want her to be. She could be an ideal client. She could be a philanthropic fundraising partner. She could be somebody famous like Oprah Winfrey or Warren Buffett. Anybody that you want her to be, that you're going from hello to yes with. Now, this is not pitching, hooking, closing. I don't know about you, but for me, pitching, hooking, closing is like yuck. But instead, what does it look like when heart-centered, sophisticated people come together? And a yes should happen, but in the crowded world of messaging, it's really hard to get that yes to come through because people are just afraid to say yes. So how do we keep it safe, secure, integrous, and cause yes, Craig? So who would you like Bella to be that in 3 minutes you're going from hello to yes with? And remember, it doesn't have to be the ultimate yes. Could be just a yes for a longer conversation. Craig, please, who is Bella going to be?
That's a hard question. That took me off guard there. If I have to actually create the person.
No, so just it could be just your ideal client. Right?
Ideal client, okay. Yeah, I'll do ideal client.
Yeah, and what's an ideal client for you, Craig?
So ideal client for us, for myself, my company itself, is someone who is established in business, who is working a lot of hours, but doing a lot of the tasks that could be outsourced to an administration, that they're put on too many hats, and we want to take some of those hats off, where they're coming in from being, a top entrepreneur, solopreneur, or manager who just happens to still have a worker's mentality and that needs to move more into an operator or owner's mentality in which they can delegate.
Now, Craig, my question is, can you make Sean my assistant? If I want a VA, can you make Sean my assistant? Can we make that happen?
I'm sure you probably could make him his assistant.
Okay. Perfect. That would be perfect, Craig. And how many person company would Bella have?
How many person? It could be any size, small business, even to large, because what our virtual assistants do are support systems. So it's
awesome.
We don't replace.
Yeah, Bella, take us in.
All right. Hello, this is Bella.
Hi, Bella. This is Craig with Virtual Synergy Incorporated. How are you today?
I'm doing wonderful. How about yourself?
Very good. We met at a networking event. And
was it that one with Dave Thomas?
The one with Dave Thomas, yes.
Right. Okay.
Thank you for taking the time to meet with me and know a little bit more about myself. I would like to know more about what you do and how I can help you and what I can do for you as well in the business world.
Yeah, thank you so much. I am in the coaching consulting space and a pastor. So we have some franchises in some co-working spaces. We do some biohacking in our co-working spaces and business sales and coaching and training.
Excellent. I think you know a little bit more about myself, but I can tell you a little bit what we do. And have you ever found yourself just spending too much time doing the administration tasks and not doing the thing that actually makes
Oh, you mean like this little yellow pad right here that you can't see with my camera, but this little yellow pad with my checkbox list of things that I need to do that I haven't gotten to because I don't have time, but somebody else could do them, but they're still just sit on my checklist. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, you're making that really easy for me. So you do have that.
Yes, I do that.
Yeah, absolutely. And how much per hour do you charge to do your clients when you do client work? How much per hour do you charge when you actually are doing what you're doing?
Well, we don't do things on an hourly
Let's
basis,
average
but
your
I would
work.
say let's go $500 an hour.
$500
$1,000 an hour.
Perfect. And how many hours have you been working on administration tasks that take you away from doing the thing that you want to make $500 an hour?
Can I plead the fifth?
Oh, is it more than 10 hours? Is it more than 20 hours?
It's probably about 10.
10? So let's go 10 times 500. How much is that?
I'm not as quick as math in my head as Sean is, but I think that's like 5,000, is it?
Yeah, it's 5,000. So you're spending $5,000 on administration tasks that could be used towards saving money or being added towards putting effort into making your business. And what we provide with Virtual Synergy Incorporated are virtual assistants at $9 an hour to $180 a week to actually do that job for you. So they're saving you $320 an hour, or bring it right down for a fraction of your price, and actually lets you be free, save your time, and focus on what makes you money.
That sounds excellent. That means 10 more hours I could spend with Sean.
Right.
Thank you, Craig. I'm in. Sean, Craig is going to give me 10 more hours that I get to come spend with you. How exciting is that?
That couldn't be more exciting. Thank you, Craig. Amazing job. Bella, who's going next?
Next, we have Jason Integrity.
Jason Integrity. Who would you like Bella to be?
I would like Bella to be Bella.
Bella, you're Bella. Take us in. She struggles with being herself, Jason. So this is a rough.
I'm the most extraordinary person I know, Jason. So I wouldn't rather play anybody else. But hello,
Fantastic.
This is Bella.
Hey, Bella. It's good to talk to you. Reason that we're even conversating. I was talking to Dave, and he said that you were dope, and I just wanted to get to know you a little bit better.
Why, thank you. I do. I think I'm dope as I like to say sometimes. Because I'm from Texas, so everything comes in like shitload measurements. So
Fantastic. And you say everything comes in shitload measurements.
Yes,
that's
how we measure things in Texas, by shitload.
I was in Fort Hood, and that explains everything.
There you go.
So I honestly, I'm just connecting with good energy, from my relationship with Dave, and you are an extension of him. So I just look for good energy. I want to connect with good people and keep the conversations going. I have no idea what this relationship is going to uncover. Partnership, you become a client, I become your client. I have no idea, but I just like connecting with good people and keep it going.
And what does your shirt say? Because it says "shut up," but I'm sure it says something much better on the end, on the bottom.
It says "shut up" and you might sell something.
Oh, I like it. Shut up and you might sell something. That is funny. And so I take it you do something in sales. What is it that you do? And how did you get into that?
I'm a sales strategist. I've been doing this for a quarter of a century. I got into sales. All right, believe it or not. The fundraisers, you sell candy in school when you're like elementary school. I was the kid that won the bike.
Oh.
So I was out there. I was at the church. I was at the school. I was up and down the street, and it was just easy for me. So I kept it going.
That you are a salesman from a young age. Any particular company that you specialize in working with?
No, everybody's selling something. The goal is for you to sell it your way and have natural conversations. So I don't want you pitching and trying to close. I want you to find the people who need your help and have a genuine conversation with them. Questions are the answers, of course. So what we work on is what questions do you ask and how you identify these people. Once we figure out all of that, every day is a holiday.
I like it. I'm into it, Jason. Well, definitely would like to continue the relationship and see where it is that we can go from here.
Fantastic.
Awesome. Thank you, Jason. So wonderful to meet you.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Awesome.
Great job,
Jason, Craig, great job.
Let's get to the feedbackers, Bella Rita. It's Dave Tom's Heart of Influence. These folks need some feedback. Come on.
I don't want to get to the feedbackers, Sean. I want to get to the feedbackers. Can I get to the feedbackers now, please?
I said to get to the feedbackers now.
Okay, I'm going to get to the feedbackers then. Feedbackers, otherwise known as judges. Judges, this is the time in the show that we get to give back in the form of feedback. And so it's going to be 30 seconds of feedback for either Jason or Craig, something that they did great, something that they could do to improve, and then a little scoring system as to your next step. Is that next step you'd rather go to the dentist than have a longer conversation with Jason or Craig? I don't think anyone's going to want to go to the dentist today. So maybe that next step is a little mocha chocolate and a little croissante from Starbucks, maybe even a cake lollipop because it's Friday, to have a little bit longer of a meeting learning about Jason or Craig. And if that's not enough time, then you would be willing to rent a private room at the Capitol Grill, getting a seafood tower and a nice juicy steak. Unless you're vegan, of course, and maybe you're having salad and French fries, but you're not going to skip out on dessert because you want to have the longest meeting possible with Jason or Craig. And if that still is not enough time, you're so intrigued, you want to learn even more about Craig and Jason, you would be willing to rent a private jet, fly anywhere in the world just to have the longest meeting possible with Jason or Craig. So let's kick this off with Jonna. Jonna, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Craig?
For Craig, I really appreciated how Craig got right down to the your pain points and really kind of jumped right in there, and it made me want to help you more, knowing what your pain points were. So, and I think he came to a good spot and brought it all to a good spot for you to continue on with him.
And Jonna, so what will be next? Little mocha chocolate, steak, seafood tower, private room, what kind of thing, or even a private jet. Maybe if not a private jet, a helicopter to like Little Cayman for some scuba. What's the next step, Jonna?
I'm stuck on coffee. It's got to be the mocha. I have to have the coffee.
Mocha chocolate for Jonna. She needs a little shot of caffeine. Bella Rita, come on.
Little shot of caffeine. Let's go, Kimberly. Kimberly, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Jason?
Oh, that's not fair. I know Jason.
Okay, do you want to do Craig and then let's do this. Let's go. David, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Jason, and then I'll come to you next, Kimberly.
Thank you.
So David, if you want to unmute for us, because we'll be able to hear you so much better if you're off mute, and your 30 seconds of feedback. There you go.
I know Jason too, and he does a great job of really warming up to people, really getting to the heart of the matter. And I think that he did a great job with you. He set the stage as well for what his intention was. You know, this is not going to be some sort of a sales pitch situation. This is a situation where we're exploring together what's possible. And I really like that.
Cool. And so what would it be next? Mocha chocolate, seafoods and steak, or, you know, a little plane ride? What's happening?
Oh, seafood and steak for sure. Got to spend some time with this guy.
Let's go Capitol Grill, private room, Bella Rita. Come on.
Let's go private room. So let's go Kimberly. How about your 30 seconds of feedback for Craig?
Craig, I thoroughly enjoyed hearing what you had to say. You drew me in. I would have liked to hear you have asked a question like, when a problem arises, who do you turn to? Since she's this solopreneur, as you had said, who is she turning to? Maybe what is most of her time spent on? If you and her work together, would you be deeming each other as partners? Otherwise, totally, you zoomed me in. I would totally want to engage more. The only thing is, I do think I would end up monopolizing your conversation. I would be pulling more questions to you. And I think that might be a downfall on my part, right, Jason? But anyways, Craig, I really would love to have another conversation with you.
Kimberly, outstanding. Next step, coffee, steak, private room, jet. What's happening?
We're having seafood.
Let's go. Seafood Towers, private room. Come on, Belle.
Seafood Towers, private room. Let's go. Brian. Brian, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Jason?
Yeah, I think my feedback would be I really want to hear Jason kind of state what what my problem is or what your problem is and sort of how he can help you solve it. I really liked his approach they seemed really personable and fun to talk to, but I'd like to have something stick with me, like what is the core sort of value add that he's got?
Nice. And David, Brian, excuse me.
Yeah.
Brian, what would the next step be?
Yeah, I think let's get on a plane. Let's go a private jet because that's going to take some time.
Brian, and where's that private jet going, Brian?
Let's go to Europe or something. Let's go to the Alps.
Going to the Alps, Bella Rita. We're returning to the Swiss Alps. Here we go. Or the Austrian Alps. Let's go.
Love it. Let's do that. Next up, let's go. Shauna Reed, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Craig?
So I really like Craig's approach. I love numbers and the fact that he was able to pinpoint very quickly how much he would charge, how much he would save you over a period of time. I think that was very important. And for busy business owners that always look at the bottom line, I think that's a very strong approach to take.
Nice. And Shauna, next step would be?
Definitely having steak and seafood.
Steak and seafood, like Capital Grill, or do you have another preference?
I'm not sure.
All right, we'll find it.
Depends on what part of the
Capital
world
Grill.
we're in.
Sorry?
Just depends on what part of the world we're in.
All right, let's go find the best steak and seafood place somewhere in the Globe, Bella Rita. Come on, Bella.
Let's go. Next up, let's go. Corey Wilson, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Jason?
Okay. My feedback would be just having a conversation with him, just to see who's his target market and who's in my network that he'd be able to work with, and just see how we'll be able to collaborate in some fashion as far as that's concerned. But yeah, he sounds like a great guy, very personable. He's got time in the game, so someone I definitely know I can learn something from, and also pass that knowledge to my network. So
let's go, Corey. And what's the next step? Coffee, steak, jet, something else. What do you got?
Probably going out to eat, you know.
All right.
What, the chow de fogo, what is that called?
Chow de Bogo, Bella Rita. Not sure where that is, but we're going there. Come on.
Let's go. Next up, we got Mr. Dave Thomas. How about your 30 seconds of feedback for Craig?
Well, Craig, I really loved your use of numbers. And by the way, in case you can hear like something that sounds like a motorcycle, like going through this penthouse office that I have, it's an unusual architectural feature of this particular building. So I'm actually in the mountains in Colorado at 10,000 feet, and there's people riding motorcycles around. So Craig, I really loved your use of numbers. I really loved how I loved your asking questions, so that you really have it dialed in. Oh my goodness. They usually don't do this. They waited until it was
We cannot hear them, Dave, so you're all good.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they're like totally like reverberating my eardrums. Yeah, there's like all these motorcycles. Anyway, so love your use of numbers. I love the question, that you ask some questions to see what is the situation with the person. Then you could speak into that directly. And I would just say the one thing that would be a possible up leveling would be just more energy, more energetic transference. That would be the thing right there, where they really convey that you're not only competent, but you're enthusiastic about what you do and that you care about them. And that would be the up level that I think you might be able to make.
Well, and Dave, what would the next step be?
Well, we're definitely doing the seafood tower.
Seafood Tower. We're gonna take motorcycles to get there, Dave, then go camping out
There'll
together.
be motorcycles in the room with the seafood tower.
Let's go. Come on, Bella, where are we going?
Next up, I have the honor and privilege of putting my co-host on the hot seat in a scenario that he has no idea about. Yes,
Me?
you. Yes.
Me?
Yes. Because you refused to be my assistant. So and now it's payback time. And I get to put him on the hot seat.
Not
because
in my
Jason,
contract. Not in my contract. Come on.
yes. Because Jason, Craig, maybe you guys knew what you were doing, maybe you didn't, but I've been cooking up some scenarios since the show started. Ultimately, Dave, you get to choose what scenario that we go with, that Sean goes from hello to yes on. You can change anything about my scenarios, or you can scrap them all together and come up with something much, much harder on your own. Are you ready to hear what I have for today?
You bet.
Okay, so kicking this off in fun fashion because it is Fun Friday. Sean definitely wants to hide for this one because it might turn in purple. But I thought option number one, Mr. Dave Thomas, is Sean could role play Jason selling poopery to the Pentagon. So if you don't know what poopery is, it's what you spray in the toilet so it doesn't stinky when you go to the bathroom.
What is wrong with you?
So option number one is Sean would role play Jason going from hello to yes with like the manager of the Pentagon, like the building manager, to incorporate poopery in all of their bathrooms in the Pentagon. So that is option number one. Option number two, since we do have a lot of like financial people, bookkeepers, CFOs on the show today, I did think Sean, option number two is Sean could role play like Kimberly or David, or there's one other person that was in the financial like bookkeeping summit space. To go from hello to yes, there's a new company called Trust and Will that's an online platform that simplifies estate planning and helping people create trust and wills. I think they need some financial bookkeeping help. So that would be option number two. He would role play one of them, going from hello to yes with that company. And then option number three is I read about a fun fashion line called Chalk Me Up that is modeled after chalkboards, which I thought was super fun. And I think they might need a VA. So option number three, Craig, is Sean would role play Craig going from hello to yes with the CEO of Chalk Up for a virtual assistant. So those are the options that I have for you today. Any of those tickle your fancy, Dave?
Well, I really like number one. However, I have an idea that is really evil.
Ooh, let's hear
Go
it.
with the evil one. So, Sean, your job is to take Travis Kelce from hello to yes to run out onto the football field at the beginning of a game wearing a dress.
I love it.
This is what I give up working on national level top jury verdicts for. Yes. Let's go. So thank you, Dave Thomas. Dave, who is going to be Travis Kelce?
Well, Travis Kelce is I think is he a tight end of the Kansas City Chiefs? He's dating Taylor Swift.
Yes.
So who do you want to play the role of Travis Kelce on the show, Dave?
I think Jason needs to be Travis.
All right. Hello, Jason, you up for this? Yep.
Yeah. I'm with it. I got a hard no dress clause in my contract, so I don't know how you're gonna do this.
Okay. So, hello, is Travis Kelce available?
This is Travis.
Hey, Travis, this is Jason. We had a 3-minute conversation scheduled for today. Is it still a good time for you?
Yeah, it is. Absolutely.
Mr. Kelce, I know that you know who you are. I just want you to know that I know who you are, how precious your time is, how in demand you are. You're building a dynasty, a legacy. You, Pat Mahomes, incredible what you're doing. Love the ferocious, fired up version of how you were lighting up in that stadium at the end of the game on the podium with the trophy. So congratulations. And what I'm curious about, though, is you get bombarded with stuff. Your team allowed this conversation. They know what it's about. why in the world would you have accepted this conversation with me? I'm so grateful, but I'm just wondering why you accepted this call in the first place.
I lost a bet. No, I'm just kidding. I heard of all the great things that you've been doing, and I welcome the conversation.
Amazing. Well, appreciate that very, very much. And what is it that you're seeing that I'm up to? You know, I'm Jason. I'm making things happen in the world, but what is it that, you know, was appealing to you? Please, 'cause I want to speak into your listening. I'm not here to pitch something.
Oh, just leading with integrity, growing small businesses, connecting with the people, giving a voice to the community.
So, well, thank you. Thank you for seeing me, sir. So from that place, can I ask you the ultimate mission, vision, purpose? I know it's building a legacy and a dynasty. I've read a lot about you off the field as well, your philanthropic efforts. Anything in your why that you think I should know that keeps you driving, moving you forward? Like what's there that keeps Travis Kelce moving forward in the world right now?
Oh, well, winning, right? So winning is a big deal for me. So how that looks and how that shapes is different for everyone. So I want everybody to experience what we did in the Super Bowl. So I want to start it on the business side, and I want to go into to rural areas and give them a taste of what city life is like. I want to go to poor communities and give them a taste of what rich life is like. I just want everybody to win. So if you can help us get closer to that, we'll kill it.
Amen. So in the final minute or so we have then from that place of everybody winning, can I share a couple quick things that may resonate or not with you?
Sure.
Yeah. So here's the thought. I connected with these really interesting people, Dave Thomas, this woman, Bella Verita, Sean Callaghy, and you may or may not have heard of them. Pat Mahomes' agent, Lee Steinberg, is actually friends with Sean Callaghy and says that he is one of the most persuasive humans on the planet, had him open up a Super Bowl party. So a little connect right there. And what Sean has done with Lee is bring this model of sustainable giving forward. So all I'm seeking is a 30-minute conversation, Mr. Kelce, where we would talk about what seems could be like a disruptive, fun, and outrageous, crazy thing, like you wearing a dress. However, we believe we could raise $100 million for charity. And I'm not asking you just to believe me. This isn't like, hey, do something nice. We have a model called sustainable giving. And in a room where the highest fundraise ever was $14,000, we went into a guy's 400-person event. He's an online influencer on YouTube, and we raised 2.6 million. And with your identity, we have no question could be 100 million. And Lee's got some info on this. We could loop him into it, even Pat Mahomes potentially. And most importantly, a thought I had is, what if half of this went to Taylor's charitable foundation? So my simple question is, Mr. Kelce, with that track record, the ability to cause us a very specific pinpointed plan, a little bit fun and crazy, how would it resonate with you or not to have a 30-minute conversation about raising $100 million for charity, 50 million of which, if you wanted to, could go to Taylor's charity? Not a bad Valentine's Day gift. The Super Bowl, that's one thing. That's beautiful. Go get number 4. But 50 million for a charity, that might be pretty cool too. So, Mr. Kelce, what say you, sir?
That sounds like a win.
All right. So I set that up with your I set that up with your assistant, Tom.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Let's go get it done. Out of roll, Jason, thanks for being Travis Kelce. Great job, sir. And how'd I do as you having a conversation with Mr. Travis Kelce?
Yeah. I like the not really talking about the dress part. That was fantastic. You talked about the end result of here's the goal and here's what we're going to set out to do. And let's make that the focus of the conversation. Fantastic.
Awesome. Well, thank you, sir. I'm not confused that you are a master communicator. I love Jason integrity. Our model is called integrity-based human influence. I feel powerful, energetic resonance. And I mean this sincerely. This is the second time I've said this in the last 2 weeks, but I'd never said it before the last 2 weeks. We have tons of people in the space of coaching, training, human influence that come on the show. And I'm always like, oh. And when I heard your name, I'm like, oh boy, here we go again. I'm just being real inside. And I was powerfully, pleasantly inspired and surprised by your mastery and how you approach things. I mean that sincerely. So it's been an honor having you here today, Jason. And overall, how was your time at Dave Thomas's Heart of Influence?
It's been fantastic. I really appreciate the energy. I like how everyone is participating. That's always a win. And shout out to David for the invite. I really appreciate it.
Awesome. Well, great job, Jason. Appreciate you. Let's go to Jonna. Thanks for being here. Welcome to the ecosystem for sure. And how was your time, Jonna, on Dave Thomas's Heart of Influence?
It's been absolutely amazing. And everything I've been learning in the Unblinded formula is I can see it in action here. And it's been great for me. And thank you, David, for the invite. It was great.
Great job, for sure, Jonna, and great job, David Thomas. Thank you for that. Let's go to Kimberly. Kimberly, love the feedback, love the presence, the fun energy as well. And Kimberly, how was your time on Dave Thomas's Heart of Influence?
It was absolutely phenomenal. It was what I expected and then some. And David, I thank you so much for inviting me on this. Sean, you're amazing. Bella, you're hysterical. It's been great.
Awesome. Kimberly, I truly appreciate you, and right back at you. Brian, thanks for being the feedbacker chair. Cool place to be on a fun Friday. Love the feedback and presence, history, and energy in your bio. And Brian, how was your time today on Dave Thomas's Heart of Influence?
Yeah, I really had a good time. And also I felt like I really was kind of with you all. Like I felt like I was interacting with folks, and I felt like it was kind of personal, and it was just almost, even though we're virtual, it was almost like being in a room together.
Well, brother, thank you. Received. When COVID hit, we had just had our opening event for Unblinded. We had 1,300 people in the Meadowlands of New Jersey, 1,300 folks. We were ready to rock and roll and serve the world, and then the world got shut down. Now what? And we are very certain that all business is built on relationships. We all know that. And we all know that all relationships have to start with a shared experience. So the simple solve, like Einstein said, make it as simple as possible, but not simpler. The simple solve is, what's the most efficient shared experience we can have with ideal quality people that we want to meet and introduce? And I'm like, let's do this. We're 100 rounds of innovation later, 1,200 episodes in. But the model, Brian, thanks for feeling it, is to be just like we're in the private room at the Capitol Grill, because that's where I have tons of shared experiences, the Capitol Grill in Paramus. And now I was there a couple of nights ago. Still go a lot, but a fraction of what I used to, because we're like, why would we do all that? We could do this virtually and nobody has to travel. So thanks for feeling the intimacy. That's the intention of it, just like in that private room. And thanks for being a part of the legacy of the Heart of Influence with Dave Thomas. Thank you, Brian. Bella Verita, we're in the Capitol Grill private room. There's some other friends.
Yes, private rooms, Capitol Grill. I am starving, so I don't want to talk about that anymore. But let's go to our other participant who did a phenomenal job kicking us off. Mr. Craig Nolan, how was your time with us on the Heart of Influence?
I didn't know what to expect, except for a little bit. It was something very unique and very fun. And I echo what Brian said. It feels personal. I love the feels I just got out of this whole thing, and learned a lot. I took a lot of the feedback there, and I watched the example that you gave there, Sean, and took a lot of points in there. So it was a learning experience. When I say growth, that was the word. That's why I was here, and I do feel a lot of growth in there.
Thank you, Craig. And Craig, to honor you and acknowledge you, I really liked where you're going with taking the hours and the math and being specific. That's so powerful. And folks sometimes like don't slow down and do that. And you did a really masterful job of it. And that just lands so powerfully. What you're saying is true. Hey, $500 an hour, $5,000, take it out the whole year, it's $250,000 that you're blown in time. And I don't think you're enjoying what you're doing, right? Like, so that was really great. And thanks for being here today, Craig.
He's given a bow. Let's go Mr. David Campbell singing at Carnegie Hall. But how was your time with us? I don't know how it compares to singing at Carnegie Hall, but maybe you still had a good time with us today. How was your time with us, Mr. David Campbell? If you want to unmute.
I had a great time. It was, I like the energy. It's really great to be surrounded by people who have some intentionality about what they're doing. And interestingly enough, even with all this energy, the thing that I came away with the most was just how relaxed I feel right now. So really grateful for that.
Well, happy Fun Friday. Love to send you into the weekend a little relaxed and present. Thank you, Dave. Wonderful job. Bella.
Mine is awesome. Sending into the relax. Let's go Captain Crypto. How was your time with us on Dave Thomas's Heart of Influence?
I had a great experience. Thank you, David, for bringing me within the fold to meet some very new and interesting people. Shout out to you, Bella, and of course you, Sean, as well. Again, I say you don't know who people are until you speak to them. And these are a lot of amazing people that are on this panel, and I'm so grateful to be in this space. And again, I always have a thing that you never know who you're going to meet, and the people that you don't know, the new people that you're going to meet, are going to take you to where you want to go. And so I'm just grateful to meet new people that have experience in places I think I want to go in. I think they'll help me in that journey. So thank you for this time and this space.
Captain, no doubt. Couldn't have said it better. Good job, brother. Happy Fun Friday, and thank you. Bella Rita, does that bring us to the one and only? Welcome.
Not quite yet.
Oh.
Let's go. Miss Shauna Reed, how was your time with us on Dave Thomas's Heart of Influence?
I really enjoyed my time today. I think I got to learn a little bit more about people that I've never met, and also some about people that I have networked before in the past with. And I really liked this calm, relaxing atmosphere, and yet still being energetic and informational.
Really cool. Thank you, Shauna. Thank you for seeing us. Thank you for the value of connecting with you today on Fun Friday. Appreciate you.
And Sean, can we just please note that it was more than one person that commented on the relaxed, peaceful environment? Just noting that. Relaxed, peaceful. I think they mentioned Bella. So just to note, Bella equals relaxed and peaceful.
Deletion, dilution, portion equals 2 out of context statements fact stacked together as though they're true. Yes, that is a beautiful learning of non-integrous influence. Love you, Rita. Outstanding. Dave Thomas, appreciate you. You should have been on the phone with us at 1 a.m. Yes. So sorry, Dave Thomas, brother, thank you for everything that you do. Love that you're in the woods. Really, we barely heard like one little blip of a motorcycle. For real, brother. Like I guess there was canceling. For real. Outstanding job today assembling these folks. Not easy to do. Dave Thomas provided value. I had the privilege of consulting with Dave and his AI business. We're going to do some more of that with my 120 person law firm. And just having that space, having that conversation with Dave. He works so hard, invests so much. Guy's got 3 patents. Have a conversation with the dude. There's a lot of value, and he's so integrous and so heart-centered. It's unbelievable. So Dave Thomas, thank you. And your final today.
Well, thank you for that, Sean. And thank you all. I just really, like, my heart is full, and there's a magic to this experience that we've shared that is bigger than just who we are in our roles and what we do, and I would just say that I feel quite a bit of each of your essence, not just in this experience, but from our earlier calls and things like that. And just what a beautiful experience it's been to share this with you all.
Awesome. Well, Dave Thomas, we appreciate you, brother. Thank you for everything that you do, sir, and happy Fun Friday. Dave, enjoy the 10,000 feet, the motorcycles, and the bears and the wolves. Thanks, Dave.
Yeah, and the cows.
Let's go. For everybody, because of Dave, thank you for being here on Fun Friday. I know we're at time. 3 gifts for you. These are not Chat GPT funnel throwaways or something. We have all your contact info anyway. This is not a funnel device. This is a gift of value, because integrity equals transparency. We'd love to build lifelong relationships with you guys and hope you do with each other. But second, we always want to add more value than we receive. And the third part of integrity is that the thing you say can do a thing can actually do that thing. And in that spirit, 3 gifts real quick. First, next Wednesday, we have a training session where we train on the formula, the 4 steps, 12 indispensables, 4 energies. People all over the world are mind blown. Tony Robbins himself, as Bella said nobody loses more heart and integrity than Sean Callaghan. If you don't know what's up to, you need to. And that's what this looks like. So that day, a training, and you get to meet more cool people. There'll be 80, 90, 100, 110 entrepreneurs there this morning and professionals that morning from all around the country. So that's there for you. Second, our group influence book, which is Public Speaking, Leadership, and Management. What if you never needed another book on public speaking, leadership, and management, and this was your textbook? And it was fun, magical, inspirational, but also tactically specific on the advanced science that looks like magic of group influence. And finally, for us, a business acceleration session This is not your out of the Cracker Jack box business coaching throwaway sale thing. It is powerful, mind-blowing. And next Wednesday, you will not be sold anything. On the BAS session, you will not be sold anything. These are authentic, mind-blowing value adds. And that's how we initially met Dave and Bella, as well as Jonna. So thank you guys. Appreciate you a ton. And Bella Verita, quick final for this group on Fun Friday. And you did an extraordinary job. Belle and I tease, Joe, kid, all the things. I love her. She's amazing and incredible. And she makes my life a million times better. And so we have fun, though. It's like a sort of Ralph and Alice Cramden kind of vibe, or Fred and Wilma, but Bella.
Thank you so much for that, Sean. Appreciate it. Although I'm not sure that you were thinking that at 1 o'clock this morning, but I'm very glad to hear that you hear that, that you think
No,
that
at
now.
1 o'clock in the morning, I wasn't thinking that we were playing like those guys. I thought we were those guys. But yes, please.
Yes. And Dave, just again, phenomenal job at bringing an extraordinary group of individuals together. Definitely connect with each other. There's more to do. Definitely check out what we're doing here on Unblinded, because there's lots to do there. And then I'm going to turn it over to you, Sean, because I'm late for the next green room.
Go. We're at close anyway. Thank you for everybody. And we end every show by saying this. First of all, thank you, Dave Thomas, for making this happen. Thank you, everybody, for being here on this Fun Friday. Beautiful work, incredible energy. And I may be physically blind, which I am, but I'm absolutely certain as to the possibilities that are right in front of all of us. They sit right there, the possibilities to accelerate. But unfortunately, sighted or not, at some level, as to all of those possibilities, we are all blind and just learning to see. Happy Fun Friday. Thank you all. God bless. Go get it.